Okay, so okay, so I think they will present last due to network issues. Okay, Elijah, can you present next? As we wait Isaiah to be able to sort out his network issue. Elijah, present next.
Okay.
Okay.
My Scratch project. Yes, it's on.
Yeah, I'm muted. Okay.
Start and share my screen. My Scratch project is about Hello, my name is Elijah Polo. I'm 11 years old. I'm in the Scratch beginners class. I go to Vine International Christian Academy and I am grade 6. My Scratch project is about SDG3, which is good health and well-being. Shortage of blood at hospitals in Uganda. According to the World Health Organization's global database on blood safety, a country should be able to collect blood equivalent to 1% of its population. Uganda has an estimated population of about 46 million, but collects far below than the required amount. In Kampala, Uganda, Helen Faith dwells outside a hospital in Uganda's Eastern Bujiri district. She just lost a sister who died while giving birth. She needed a blood transfusion, but failed to raise the 100,000 shillings asked by the doctor to obtain one. My sister would have not died if the blood was available. What kind of medical workers are those who care more about money than the lives of citizens? She shouted in anger. She is not alone. Many Ugandans in need of blood transfusions do. On Monday, I was in an omnibus on my way from Masaka to Kampala. A woman and two men sat next to me. They started talking about a funeral they had just attended. The woman narrated what transpired prior to the death of a 13-year-old girl. The girl had a mild pain. She was taken to the clinic for a minor checkup. The results showed up that her blood levels were low and that she needed a blood transfusion. Unfortunately, on the way to Mulago Hospital, she died. Why the problem? I chose this problem because I always hear about people who die because of the lack of blood. The solution, blood donation. What is blood donation? Blood donation occurs when a person voluntarily has blood drawn and used for transfusions. Here's a picture of somebody getting their blood donated. Here's a picture of my snapshot. In conclusion, we should encourage one another to donate blood so that we save lives of those in need of blood. Blood cannot be bought and it cannot be manufactured. Here are some quotes. You're not useless, know your worth by donating. Just donate blood. Every drop of blood is like a breath for someone. Donate blood. Okay, now I'm going to my Scratch presentation. Here's my Scratch project. Every 2 seconds, someone needs blood. Donating blood can save somebody's life. Click the heart to donate blood.
Elijah, a minute. Sorry to interject. Oh, you're continuing. It's okay. I thought you're sharing your Scratch project. It's okay. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. Press the space to begin. Be grateful and donate blood. That's my project and my presentation.
Okay, thank you. Can you please play it again? Okay, can we look at the code?
Here are the codes for the sprites.
Okay.
Yes, those are all my.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much for the presentation. So it's a time we've been waiting for to go to complement, supplement, advise on how you can improve on his work. So the floor is open. Please feel free to say something about his project. Definitely, personally, I always have questions, but I would love to come last. So please feel free to comment, supplement, but don't subtract. I do believe, so I'm seeing my colleague Edward is raising up his hand, or you're clapping your hand, I don't know. If you want to comment, you can go ahead. So, Edward, okay, there's
thank you, Brenda. Yes, was it Elijah? Yes, Elijah. It's a very great project. What I wanted, was there a sound in your work?
Yes.
We did not hear the sound. Could you kindly share
Sorry.
again and play, and then try to unmute while you're playing the project so that we can hear the sound? Probably I
Okay.
missed out on that.
Okay.
Still I cannot hear sound. I don't know. Are you sharing your computer sound on Zoom? There's somewhere an option up there. If you say options, there could be something like shares computer sound with Zoom.
Okay. I'll try to.
Okay.
I'm looking for the what? The computer sound.
Roger's help out on that.
okay. Let's just give them a minute. I'm seeing Joshua wants to comment. That's beautiful. Let's just give them a minute.
I don't think
Pardon?
I don't think I have the settings. Oh, it's not there.
Why?
But you can hear sound on your side?
Yes, I can hear sound on my side.
It's okay. We shall look into that later. It's okay. It's
Okay.
okay. So, let's go ahead with the comments because we won't stay there. So Joshua, you had a comment. Can you please unmute and talk? Joshua, you're raising up your hand and kindly put on the lights. I want to see you clearly.
It won't work.
Okay. So what you wanted to comment on Elijah's work? Okay, she said no. It's okay. So I saw Trainer Rogers who was raising up his hand, but is not yet back. So Mommy Elijah is in the presentations. Could you give us a comment or something if you are in position? Thank you.
Hello, it's nice being here and watching this supplementary. I would say a few hours of introduction to the coding class. I'm in a noisy place, so I'll not keep you long. I am happy to see what's going on. I'm excited to see that you can make a presentation like that, and I am also looking forward to many more hours of interaction with the boys. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mommy Elijah. Thank you so much. I do believe that we shall have more interaction. They can be able to create more projects. So then I'll give a comment to Elijah. One, I think Elijah, when you come to your presentations, when I think you're in your PowerPoint presentation, is why I used a red color. It's always not good. You get it? It always has visual effects on someone who is watching your presentations. So you could go and change that particular color and put some other neutral colors. Yeah, that's the first thing. Then the other thing I would ask you from your project. I love it because it was a real life scenario that someone lost life. You get it? 2 people lost their lives because of that. My question is, people have been losing lives, yes, and people have been encouraged to donate blood, but why are people not stealing? Why are people not still donating blood? I'll give an example. Personally, I feel like I have little blood to donate. You get it? So I feel like I should donate blood. You get it? So what could be there that something can be done to trigger people or to encourage more people to donate blood? Is it that people are not informed? Or what do you think? Because, for example, Red Cross goes throughout schools, he has like just tried. So what do you think? People still are not giving out blood, or they have the same mindset where they feel like they have little blood. The blood they have is enough for themselves. So could you tell us what you think?
I think because not a lot of people are informed that we should donate blood because people's lives.
You're muted, you didn't finish.
I think people are not informed well because most of the time somebody can have enough blood to donate, but they're just not informed.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I think also I would encourage you to add, for example, when I was in high school, people used to donate and they used to tell us the benefits of donating blood. You get it? So for example, when someone could donate, they could give you at least a cake and a drink, a soda. So it could encourage you. And then also they could tell if you keep donating up to maybe 3 times, you get a t-shirt. Then maybe once you reach how many times, in case your relative needs blood, you can easily get that kind of blood. So you may need to add such things to motivate people, to inform people what's happening on that particular, that could encourage people. Because I do believe if you're going to donate your blood and you're getting something, it may not be worth it, but just a way of encouragement. You're like, okay, let me try. Yeah, and also you could also think of, because this is technology, you could also think of adding or advising how maybe Red Cross, I'm giving an example, maybe Red Cross could think of, I don't know, I'm going to tell it, for example, currently we have what we call telemedicine. Can someone be able to donate blood from wherever they are? For example, if I'm at office, I want to donate blood, can there be something that can make it easy? Not first look for a station or to go to a hospital. That also can be able to encourage people to donate blood because there's access, like it's easy. For example, look at, we have, it's called Rock Health. If you want any kind of treatment, they find where you are. So you could think about a way of adding your project to advising people to think of doing that. That if you want to donate blood, they can find wherever you are. Find him at home, they find him at work. It's easy. I'm also looking at convenience. So I do believe that can help out into that. Thank you so much. Unless there's some other comment, but I will read. If you want to comment, if you want to supplement, please, you can raise up your hand, or I will just read the comments. There's Kenneth from Code Academy says, wow, nice work, Elijah. He loves your inspiration. That's beautiful. So thank you so much, Elijah. So we are going to go to the next. So I don't know whether Isaiah, your network is now okay. Isaiah, is your network now okay?
I think it's okay.
Okay, then you can present next. Thank you.
My presentation was about the Sustainable Development Goal 2, which is zero hunger. What is hunger? Hunger is an uncomfortable or painful physical sensation caused by insufficient consumption of dietary energy. It becomes chronic when the person does not consume a sufficient amount of calories or dietary energy on a regular basis to lead a normal, active, and healthy life. The causes of hunger. Food wastage. Many people around the world waste their leftover food by throwing it away, rather than keeping it for the next day and donating the food away to starving neighbors in case of surplus. Droughts. In the dry season, growing crops is not easy because of the lack of water, and that reduces the amount of food people get. Poverty. The lack of money factors toward hunger. Of course, with no money, people can't buy food. My problem story. 7-year-old Evelyn and her family haven't eaten anything in 24 hours. Hunger has stripped them of all energy and even smells. Evelyn's little brother sits near the kitchen door, eyes fixed on the cold cooking place and the surrounding empty saucepans. Their mother, 23-year-old Annette Roger, is seated, legs stretched on the veranda, trying to lost in thought, leans disappointedly against a huge water tank at the corner of the house. You can even tell that he is thinking about whether they know from his family is going to come from. There is no life in this home. Children are not playing, no one is smiling, and barely a word for about a quarter of an hour. The only sound is the constant sobbing of Annette's baby. Every time he realizes that the breast she is sucking yields nothing. A few minutes later, an exhausted 60-year-old Magdalena Kujang, Evelyn's grandmother, arrives, a bundle skillful resting on her head. She had been gone for over 6 hours. I went as early as 8 a.m. Sometimes I just want to be away from here because if I stay, the children will keep asking me for what to eat, she says. Magdalena might have found the firewood, but there's nothing at home to cook. It's just by faith that I go go fetch firewood, even when I know there is no food to cook with it, she says. The family of 10 last ate yesterday, having shared a mere kilogram of cassava or 4 cups that Annette borrowed from the neighbors who also have barely any food for themselves. Hunger pangs as Magdalene in Rwanda and uncertainty as grandchild eats porridge in Uganda. Evening staring at a pile of unwashed utensils from a meal they ate nearly 24 hours ago. Children have resorted to eating mangoes for lunch and dinner since their families cannot afford extra food. As the children eat, the elders just look on because the food isn't enough for everybody. All these vegetables and food are wasted from markets and houses because since they have finished the food and still have leftover, they think that they can't give it away. My goal is to end food wastage. My problem statement is that in Uganda, alone over 40% of fruits and of them being lost at the stage of harvesting and post-harvest handling. The post-harvesting systems in Uganda are not quite appropriate, and the majority of the food is lost and wasted at this stage. My solution to food wastage: preserving food. Preserving food reduces the chance of it going bad easily. We use the surplus to donate to the people in need, which in the long run helps us to reach the Sustainable Development Goal 2 of zero hunger. This is my project code for the Scratch project I made. My conclusion is, in conclusion, food wastage has serious social and environmental implications, but many of us don't think twice about it. Our hope is that after learning more about this prevalent problem, you do what you can to make a difference. Talk to restaurants that you have frequently visited about what they are doing to reduce food waste and insecurity. Always keep your leftover foods and fruits under refrigeration for preservation. By donating your leftover foods to your needy neighbors, provide them their upcoming meal. That is my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to present my Scratch project.
Zero hunger. Many people starve and die because of lack of food. It is up to us to prevent food wastage around the world. By refrigerating food, we are able to preserve it. Help us by putting the foods in the fridge. Move the bowl at the bottom to catch the food, and they will go to their right spots in the fridge for preservation.
Yeah?
Oh no.
Could you first share until we see the screen and you start the project, because it was talking without we weren't seeing the project before. So just first share until when we can see, then you can start. Sorry for the interjection.
Can you guys see the screen?
Not yet. Now we can see it.
Okay.
Zero hunger. Many people starve and die because of lack of food. It is up to us to prevent food wastage around the world. By refrigerating food, we are able to preserve it. Help us by putting the foods in the fridge. Move the bowl at the bottom to catch the food, and they will go to their right spots in the fridge for preservation. Use the left and right arrow keys to move the bowl. The food will be wasted if it touches the red lines. Press the space key to begin. Great job. You kept all the food from being wasted. Now we are one step closer to zero hunger.
And of course, if you fail,
Zero hunger. Many people starve and die because of lack of food. It is up to us to prevent food wastage around the world. By refrigerating food,
food wastage causes world hunger. You have to be more careful next time, or else the food will go to waste.
Yes.
Press the green
That's my
flag to
presentation
retry.
on zero hunger.
Okay. That's a beautiful project. I feel like commenting now, but I'll comment later. So I have a comment. It's beautiful. Those comment, supplement, and say a word. Say a word. Meanwhile, I'm seeing people just giving a thumbs up. Yes, Trainer Rogers. The floor is yours.
Okay. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Isaiah, for a good presentation. But I feel there is more to the project. And when you keep in touch, we'll try to make the project better. And I want us stories keep trying code. Let it non-stop as the class breaks off. Need to keep at it. Otherwise, it's a good project and presentation. And thanks for the time invested. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Trainer Rogers. So first of all, I look at the PowerPoint. They remind me how I used to eat mangoes when they're fresh, they're beautiful. I look at when where I used to go in the village, I think we had neighbors who had that kind of houses. And like, real, it's real. And being that I've been at least seeing people have gone through that, and it's really very real. And yeah. So you're going to find that if you're around Kampala, you may not really see it, but if you go far away in the up countries, definitely you'll be able to see it. The story is quite beautiful because it's a real life scenario, and also when you coupled it with the images, it was nice. I'm just, first of all, that's talking about the presentation. It was impressive. I think the only thing that you added too much words on one PowerPoint, you could have divided them. Not the one slide to look more crowded. Yeah, you could have like tried to make a list. If the story was, you couldn't have made it on one PowerPoint, you could have put it, if it means being on the 3 slides could have been better, it couldn't look more congested. And also the other thing I told to Elijah was you putting your name in red color, like visually it's not good, affects people's eyes. Then when we come to the Scratch project, I love it that you had to encourage someone, if you won, you get it. You chose a nice project. You even defined what is hunger. Some people don't know what hunger is. Some people think if you're hungry, that's hunger. No, hunger is different. You get it. And then I'll just ask a question on your Scratch presentation. When you're collecting the food, so it looks like the food was coming from heaven. Was it coming from heaven and you're collecting it? Because it looked like there's nowhere it was coming from, and for you collecting it. So do we assume it was coming from maybe markets, gardens, restaurants? You get it? Because definitely I would think it's coming from heaven. Like, and then for you pick. Could you tell us about that?
We should assume that people are throwing away their foods and we're trying to catch them and like keep them in the refrigerator to preserve them, because like the foods are falling, people from markets throwing away their foods that they have not.
Okay, that's beautiful. So I think the other thing I would look at, you could also think of apart from that, you put maybe different collection centers. You get it? For example, if it's a restaurant, you put collection centers. You can either, because for example, you're going to talk about some people can't afford fridge. You get it? They can't. But if you can, I don't know how feasible it is, but you can put some collection centers, it becomes quite easy if it's also feasible. Because then we try to preserve that food, and also if the food can be processed, that would be definitely beautiful. That can still then go to the people in the villages, and they would really enjoy their food. I think I don't know any other question. Sorry, comment. I've been seeing people trying to just say some, giving the sums. I'm like, okay. Some singer from the chat, Kenneth says, great work, young problem solver. You have some great brains there. Okay. Okay, yes, Mami Isaiah, you can comment. Thank you.
Again, I apologize about the noise, but I am impressed with the project and the SDG. It's important that the young people get to know about these SDGs and not just fun stuff. I wanted to talk about the PowerPoint presentation, but for you to be able to capture your people at the onset, as soon as you turn up the presentation like this, have a picture that speaks about what you're going to talk about, that will also remain in the mind of the person you're bringing the presentation to. So if you like put a family of say 2 children with their parent and they literally look hungry, you get the person's attention and they'll be able to think hard about it. So that goes to both the presenters, Elijah and Isaiah. Pictures speak loud. Pictures speak to your audience from the onset. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mami Isaiah. I think you're breaking. I don't know whether it's only me. I had a few things. I don't know whether the network is so blessed. I think it's either a sound, but I think you're kind of breaking, but I was hearing a few things. I don't know whether it's possible to talk again. Okay, as we wait to hear from her, meanwhile, you can go to Edward. Edward, you're raising up your hand.
Yeah, my sound is bad. Apologies. I apologize.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. But I think that the communication was to the presenters, more special about the PowerPoint. So I do believe I've picked up something from it. Thank you so much. Edward, please.
Thank you, Teacher Brenda. Yes, this was Isaiah's project. Thank you for the problem that you are addressing, and the way you're addressing it is really quite impressive. With a game where someone is really trying to save the food from being dumped. Yeah, that's really impressive, and having, for example, children who can play the game, they can really get the message home. But we do not we don't throw food because someone out there actually is angry or we are not able to have it. Yeah, so it's a good game. I like it, and the idea and the story that you build around it is quite impressive. Thank you. Just keep it up. Keep up doing what you do and solving such problems with code. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Edward. Yes, Joshua, you're raising up your hand. Unmute and talk to us. Okay. Okay, I don't know that Joshua is going to talk to us, but so we are going to go to the next presentations. Yes, Joshua, you're going to be the next present, so share your screen and start presenting. Thank you.
My laptop won't let me type, so I can't present.
You can't present, oh sorry. Are you using a computer?
I'm in the computer.
You can't type in your Scratch project to access your Scratch project. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I hope they don't have anyone who's somehow old at home. So either way, we shall see later. We shall talk. You get in touch with your trainer later, and then we see. Yes, Becky, Rebecca, Nachiganda. Please share your screen and present your work. So we are waiting for Becky to share her work and present. So Becky, are you ready? Should be more than ready. Okay, so as Becky, please, try to check out your work and be ready to present. So I'm seeing Jemima. I hope you can present your work. Thank you.
Yes, but I was in Python beginner.
You presented your work. You just come to attend presentations.
No, I didn't present the Python project. Yeah.
It's okay. Just present, yeah. I know you're in Python beginners, yeah. Can present. Meanwhile, Rebecca prepared to present your work. So Gemma, you can go ahead.
Okay, I hope it's seen.
Yes, we can see the code. You can first introduce yourself.
So my name I'm Jemima Mutesi, and I was in Python beginners, yeah. So my project was, I decided to do a project on flour, like making a flour, yeah. So this is my code, and then first we have my comment here is the set initial position, like setting the initial position. So title.pinup means I set the initial position of where the flower would be drawn. Then I got this, I did this. This is pen up left, FD means forward, then pen down, then right. Yeah. So I went to the flower base, and then I put in the fill color, which is blue. And then that will be like this, title.begin fill, yeah, which means okay, it's going to do what you want it to do. Like from here, yeah, it's going to do like all the coding what it to do. Yeah. So since a flower base has like many circles, so literally that's why we are seeing that's the circle title like literally repeated but different radii, yeah. So obviously a flower has petals. So my first petal was on the on the left, which is this is the code, and then the second, and then the leaf, yeah, the first leaf is on the left, and then the color, the fill color, which is green, yeah, and then like leaf to like okay, according to the leaves, yeah, I decided to do two because two like I find it easier, like cause I could just do I don't know how many leaves, cause I would just want to pick and and do like leaves 3, leaves 4, yeah. So when I run it, I get this. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I get. So I'm explaining more on the begin feel. It means
Yemima, sorry, we've not seen. I've not seen anything. Are you reading it?
Sorry.
I didn't see anything.
is it seen now?
We can't see. We can see just restart, and then the cursor is trying to like freeze, so we can't see anything.
Because I'm here. Okay, let me repeat. Okay, can it be seen right now?
We are still seeing restart.
Yeah.
Restart. So I don't know. Could you go and share what you've after running it that particular maybe
You should be sharing your entire screen so that you can see the total screen. Should be able to share your entire screen, not just the idle editor. So unshare and share the entire screen.
Okay, sorry.
Still,
can it be seen right now?
No, unless some other people see it, I can't see it. But at the moment, I can't. I'm unable to see it.
Jemima, when you are sharing screen in Zoom, there is that top left corner that has a word screen on. That's what you should be sharing, not the windows that are displayed after that.
Pardon, please.
When you click share screen on Zoom, there is the topmost left corner has something like a screen, the word screen on it. So that's what you should be clicking, not the window that has the code. So when you minimize that, we should be able to see something. Go straight to now. There you've shared. Now the window is there.
Okay, it can now be seen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was my project. Yeah. Like the way I said before, yeah. Like its initial position. So if I read title.left 90, and then it would like, okay, if I changed the initial position, yeah, like the position of the flower would change also. Yeah, it would either come on the left or on the right. It's according to what you want. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Please, the floor is open for comments. Supplements, questions. Please feel free to comment something. Okay, as people are thinking on what to comment, I'll comment. Jemima, thank you so much. I hope that's the right pronunciation of your name. Thank you so much for your project. I love the flower. I don't know whether the flower is dedicated to me or someone else, but I would also just give you something to think about. What if you choose to also use Tato and write your full name? How could that be? You start with maybe this work is for Jemima, then you present that like the flower next. I think that would be beautiful. I think it's possible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's possible and very simple. That's what I can say. You could try to make, because try to always think, how do you make your work different? You get it? How do you do better? Because I always believe that you can do more than that. Yeah, but otherwise I love the flower.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, let's wait for some. Just have a comment. Just go ahead. In case there's no comment, I'm seeing all people are just quiet. Okay. Edward, are you raising up your, okay, I think you're waving, you're raising up your hand, I'm not sure, but if you want to comment, please go ahead and do. Thank you.
Thank you, Jemima, for the project. Yeah, we can do better than that in total. And that is coming in, I think, in the class for intermediate Python. Yeah, but well done. I'm looking forward for the next level.
Okay, thank you so much, Edward. So please, Roger says, thank you for the efforts invested in Jemima. So lastly, we're going to, other people have yet joined in, so they'll present later. So lastly, we're going to go to Rebecca Nachiganda. Please share screen and present your work. We are waiting to look at your work, Rebecca. Then we conclude. So check out your Scratch project and then share your screen. Joshua, can you go and help her out that she can share her screen? Joshua, go and help Rebecca to be able to share her screen, and we look at her work, because for your computer has an issue.
Want me to tell Becky to share the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, so Rebecca, we are waiting for you to share your screen. Joshua, have you helped her?
I told her, but she didn't listen.
Oh, sorry, it's okay. So, so Becky has put her phone video off and she has muted, so definitely may not be able to maybe to I can't know what's happening, being they don't have anyone at home to find out or tell us what's the issue. Joshua and Rebecca, they are siblings and they're in the same home. So Joshua's computer had an issue. He also can't, since he's young, he can't figure it out. So definitely, I think we shall have to end our presentations from here. But before we close, let's hear from Edward Sempala, our Executive Director. Thank you so much. So we are waiting to hear from him, and then we shall be able to close. Just a minute, he's unmuting to join in. Okay, before the ED comes to conclude, there's some other student who's joining in shortly to come and present his Python project too. So let's just be there. We are sorry for the inconveniences caused, but just stick a little bit, a little bit. We shall be winding in a few minutes. Joshua, you want to cry?
I'm not crying.
Okay. So meanwhile, as we're waiting for them, who can tell us what was your experience? What was your experience, Isaiah? Can you tell us what was your experience? Did you love it? Do you need to change the trainer? Do you want to continue coding?
My experience with coding is good. I think I'm learning more things. My trainer is good. He helps me out with my problems and helps me debug them. And coding is a very wonderful experience. And I hope I can continue doing that for a few more years. I think I can do that for the rest of my life, basically. So I can code good things.
Okay, great. So, so one thing I could tell you as programming in practice, so which means I would employ you when you go back to school. If you have an opportunity to compete at school, teach your friends, teach your classmates. The more you pass on, the more they be better. Elijah, can you tell us your experience?
My experience in coding has been good. I enjoy it, and I hope to do coding for many more years.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. Joshua's left. Rebecca, can you tell us your experience with the coding class? I think it was your first time to have it online. The person that have been doing private physical classes, so it's the first time Rebecca and Joshua to do online class. So I don't know whether Rebecca, you were in position to tell us your experience. Rebecca Achiganda. Okay, Joshua, can you tell us your experience with coding? How was it? Do you love it? Or you want a physical class? Or you enjoy the online class? Joshua, can you tell us how your experience was in the coding class? Would you prefer a physical class or an online class? Do you love your teacher? Was your teacher teaching you well? Okay, I don't know whether you're going to unmute and talk. But either way, if you are not going to unmute, it's still okay. Joshua, I'm not sure what you're talking, so it's like you're muted, you're just doing actions like this and like, okay. So what does that mean? It's okay. Let's continue. If in case he doesn't want to talk.
I don't know.
You don't know? Who has annoyed you, Joshua?
One did.
No one did. Okay. Okay. So meanwhile, I can also hear experience from our trainers. How are they? Trainer Rogers, can you tell us how the experience was? Experience.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. The team at Koda Academy Uganda. You guys hear me? Okay, thank you. I would put it up for boys. I've been in my class. They have been cooperative and being a physical class, we had to go through a lot, but thank God that we've made it. And my advice to my students is something that goes by training. You need to always train. Programmers are not lazy. I've been always telling my students that they need always to keep practicing. Think of an idea, write it down in the book, get into your program, try to see if you can design it. Because with practice, you'll explore more. Even without the trainers, you explore more if you keep practicing every other day. See an idea around home, you have a party, can you try to design that party in Scratch? Can you design your program for the day in Scratch? Wake up in the morning, I wake up in the morning, I take a shower, have breakfast. Can you design kind of a game or story? How you do was? Can you design your time at school? So with all those can help you to keep practicing. You have a birthday party, can you design something for your dad or your mom or any friend around? So Scratch is vast, so it's not limited. So you just need to keep at it, even without trainers. And I believe Code Academy is always open. If you have any challenges as you try to write those codes, you just need to get in touch with the team. You'll be helped out. And thanks to all the trainers at Code Academy. And I really like the experience and look forward to working many years with the team at Code Academy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rogers. It was quite interesting. And I hope you've talked to you've noted what he has advised you. Can you create, if you're at a party, can you create a party? You get it. Can you be creative? Wherever you are, always, whether you're at school, always choose to have those eyes where you can say, this I can create it in Scratch. This I can do it in Scratch. That will definitely make you better, because innovators don't sleep. So always keep, when you think about something, think, can I do this in Scratch? Try it out. He has told you, write it down, go back, do it. So that's how innovators and programmers do. They don't do it like, oh my God, the class is done. Time for chillaxing. You can do once in a while. Get 1 hour, sit on a computer, do them. You get it as you continue other things. So personally, I had a great experience with my students. And also I'm having a great experience with everyone on this particular call. It's a beautiful one to see that young children like you, or students, depending on where you study from, because some people don't have to be called children, to think on a particular solutions that can really solve problems that are real in the country. So it's beautiful. You just don't need to stop here like that was for the sake of work, but how can you improve it, and how can you say, you know what? But this, if I implement this, it can help solve particular problems in the country. So keep on coding. So let's give the trainer that the student who's supposed to present, giving them 5 minutes. If they're not in, I think we shall end the class. Let's just give them other 5 minutes to try to join and present their work. So you can just stay shortly on the call. While we have an upcoming class, let me share the flyer. Just be patient, a little bit patient. They'll be joining in. Let me try to check out. Try to be a little bit patient with us. Oh. Okay. And what I want to share. Can you see the flyer? We have another class coming up from the 7th to 9th to the 27th of January. For some people, like those of Isaiah, they will be at school definitely. But I believe Joshua and Becky and the rest, you may be home. So the class, upcoming class coming up.
They're resuming 1st February.
When?
They're resuming 1st February.
Oh, they're resuming 1st February. Oh, then that's
they'll be
good. Then
around.
they can, that's beautiful. They can join the class and to go to the Scratch intermediate session and learn with some other students. You know, they still do physical home or physical at our training center, you be with other students, or physical or online. So shall discuss more with mommy and dad, and we see. To be good that you join and then learn with other students. So those are being Scratch beginners are going to do Scratch intermediate. Those are being doing Scratch Python intermediate are going to do Python intermediate. Those that are being doing Python intermediate are going to do a Python advanced, like that. So you've been doing a Scratch advanced, you're going to do 2D game development. Note the dates 9th and 27th January. It's just next year. We have a few weeks to enter 2023. 2023. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Israel, kindly go ahead and present. Thank you.
Share my screen. So my name is Israel Shankar Koza, and my project name is QuickServe. I go to Econs International School. I am 13 years old. I am born on 18th February 2009. My SDG is health and well-being. The problem I want to fix is health and well-being, because people may not be able to call a helpline in some situations because it could take too long and your battery might be almost dead, or you are in a situation in which you can't call anyone. On 11th October, torrential rains caused the Sume River in eastern Uganda, Bududa districts, and to burst its banks, sending water and boulders crashing down Mount Elgon. If the people had my application, they would have maybe had a chance of being rescued in time while they were running away. Solution statement. A mobile app that helps in emergencies in case people don't remember the numbers of helplines, or in a situation where they can't type a number. they can use my app to quickly call for help. Here's my code of the application. Let me run it. If you can see my screen. Okay, so first you have to enter your name, the number, which I so then I'm just gonna write okay, sorry, let me go to first. Sorry. So yeah, a number. Which one? Name number that one. Okay, so my email. My residence, I'm gonna write Kampala, Uganda. And since I've never used the app before, I'm gonna write no. Then what's gonna happen is gonna pop up a guide what's gonna show me, like, instruct me what to do. Then yeah, it's going to show me what's like after the guide is gonna show me how to whatever click. If I need the emergency, what to press. There are 3 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. So in stage 1, this stage will lead you to a doctor that will give you advice on emergencies. The stage is for emergencies, like if you have cough, flu, etc., stuff like that. Stage 2 is the stage will lead you to a nearest medical team that will assist you in injuries that might have had, like, for example, you fall down the stairs, you don't have a broken leg, or you have some bleeding because you catch one part of the body with a knife. So here it's going to give you the option of picking which stage. Let's say that I feel, let's just say that I have cough or flu or maybe a fever, and I don't know what to do. I don't have any medical assistance, my doctor. I can just type here stage 1, and then it will just give me to contact from a nearby doctor, so it can advise me on what to do. Using my number and my email, or send a doctor to me. My number of residence, or send a doctor to me. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Israel. I think I didn't hear almost everything because you're talking like, I think you're talking, yes, tone is low. I don't know whether it was only up to me. So, but the PowerPoint, I loved it, that you were quite louder, but when it came to the Python project, your tone is too low. So, what I can say that I was able to see that maybe you input in your details, then if you want, for example, to ask for a quick loan, says no, it gives you something, and tells yes, it gives you something. That's what I saw. But before I comment, I will give an opportunity for other people to comment on his work. Thank you. Any other comments, please supplement.
Thank you. From my side, I would say thank you, Israel, for the work. Yeah, I need to make a few improvements on that before you make the submissions. I'm also in the PowerPoint presentation. We need to see some photos that speak louder than words. And then from the code, I saw the spelling of cough was wrong. Was I being very critical? Yeah, so otherwise it's a good idea, it's a good project, it's valid, keep it up.
Okay, thank you so much, Edward, for that. So my final comment for Israel would be that you can do better. Just need to give it more time. And next time when you're presenting, try to be more audible. I don't want to make you repeat, but try to be more audible, being that people need to hear and know what you are doing. But I love your work. The code ran, it had no error. So I think in case there's no any other comment, okay, let me just give people a few time to do to comment. If there's no comment, okay, I'm seeing Kenneth from Code Academy say that great work, Israel. You just thought about problems in his village. I was about to say mine in his village. Your project was so natural. Do more practice. I think I wanted to say do more practice. You'll be great. Yeah. So I would also finally give you a word that don't stop from here. Because with programming, and if you come to Python, if you don't do tomorrow, you're going to wake up and totally forgotten each and everything. Try to practice in a day. Give yourself at least 1 hour a day. And apart from maybe from big days or days of celebration, everyone give yourself 1 hour in a day and keep practicing, especially when you're at home. So with those few remarks, I'm going to request Mr. Edward Semper to conclude for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda, and thank you, the presenters. Thank you, each one of you, Isaiah, Joshua, Rebecca, Elijah, and Israel, and then Jemima, for the presentations. These were our December Code Camp supplementary presentations, and we had the earlier ones happened on Friday. We are glad that we are very glad that you have come to this day also and crown the presentations for the December class in Power. Yes, we're looking forward to a great year come next year, and we are kicking off the year with another round of class, and that will be coming in January. Those more so in the nationals. We'll be having a class beginning on the 9th of January to the 27th of January 2023. We're looking forward to having you guys again continue with this career. We have a very comprehensive course for you. Those in the beginner's scratch, you realize you have a long way to go to the intermediate class for scratch, to the advanced class for scratch, and then launch yourself into 2D game development, machine learning, and AI, do robotics. There's quite way a lot for you. Then the ones in Python, you still also have a long journey to walk. And I trust that while we walk this journey, we are going to turn out to become problem solvers that can transform tomorrow and impact the future that we are yet to walk into. So just keep doing what you're doing. I will encourage us. I don't know if we are all on Discord. If we are not, please, you should join Discord. Then where if those of us who have not yet sent in their projects, kindly do so. But otherwise, we're looking forward to the next class. For us, we have a summer code camp that will be coming up still. And we have for the international students, and we have the nationals in January. Thank you so much. We'll close it here. We won't take it any further. Yeah, we're looking forward to having you next time. A great day.